And here we go. Welcome back to another video. Today we have probably one of the most intense practices of all training camp, not just the New York Giants, but also the Lions come together and had the NFL's first joint practice of the season. And man, it was as expected, a little bit chippy. Maybe 4 or 5 different fights starting to break out. Some big hits. Daniel Jones getting into the mix. Malik Neighbors making some big plays. J-Mo making big time touchdown grabs. We're going to break down everything you need to know in this video about today's practice. However, like we always do, I want to give credit where credit is due, and that is with all of the Giants, all of the Lions media members. Make sure you guys go follow them on X right now, because I guarantee you, you will not regret it. Dude, today it felt like I was at practice. I got almost every single clip from them, and they worked so hard to record practice, get the videos out, get the highlights out, and, keep us updated with some notes as well. So go follow them on X. None of these clips that you see are mine. I did not take them. It is all of theirs. Now, with that being said, after that shout out, let's kind of dive into the video and talk a little bit about today's practice. Now, the first thing we saw today was a little bit of one-on-ones. Now, that included offensive line, defensive line. Originally saw Dexter Lawrence versus Frank Ragnow, which was a really good rep. Looked like Frank won the early portion, but at the very end, Dexter Lawrence does get right around him and what would have been a sack. We also had Kayvon Thibodeau. Looked like he got stood up by Taylor Decker. I would give Taylor Decker the one there. We saw Elijah Chapman get past Ike Bodger. Hopefully I said his name right. We also got some Lions offensive team drills, or not, offense versus defense in terms of Giants defense, Lions offense, and Big Bobby O comes out with an interception on Jared Goff. We did see Dexter Lawrence get right into the backfield on one play, what would have been a sack, but they end up getting the ball low a little bit. And then we get another Brian Burns beating Taylor Decker on the inside, getting to the core, what would have been a sack. And then we got some more 11-on-11s in what would be our first fight of the day. And I do want to apologize because the highlights are not going to match up. And the reason being is some of the plays they cannot record. Right, they're just not allowed to because they don't want other teams seeing their plays and whatnot. So some practice was not able to be filmed today. So we're not gonna have highlights for everything of today's practice. But the first fight came early on in practice. I believe Amon-Ra St. Brown caught a ball over the middle. Cornerback Drew Phillips maybe was a little bit too eager to bring him down. And a little bit of a skirmish came out of there. I mean, they got together really quickly. The corner punched the ball out of his hands, and then everyone started to pile up. So there was a lot going on there. We had a would-be sack by Javarius Owens in practice. He's a guy for the Giants who has been really looking good so far. He's probably one of the biggest breakouts at the safety position. And then, very soon after, Jamison Williams burns Cordell Flott for a huge touchdown down the field. Cordell Flott has been struggling as of late, and that was definitely another, struggle rep by Cordell Flott. But J-Mo, man, you could tell the speed is there. We got some more Lions offense here. They came out in the I formation and tried to hand the football off here pretty early. Had a stretch to the right side, and boom, out of nowhere, a couple of guys, get in the backfield to stop the run for the Giants. Not really too sure who was in the mix there. Looks like Dexter Lawrence might have been one of the guys involved, but I couldn't really tell at all. We had a nice play by Darian Beavers as well. Overall, a really good portion to Lions offense and Giants defense. Another big-time fight happened. We had an incompletion to Jamison Williams, a really good spin move by Amon-Ra St. Brown. We had a sack for the Giants defense, which was huge. Again, it was the interior of the defensive line, but also Kayvon Thibodeau getting around the edge, him and Brian Burns forcing the quarterback up in the pocket, allowing the defense to collapse in on the quarterback. We saw Daniel Jones throw a 50-50 ball to Malik Neighbors. Guys, there was one play where Malik Neighbors caught a nasty ball right corner. They called it incomplete, but don't worry. I looked at the footage. It looked like he had a toe tap. I'm going to say that was completed to Malik Neighbors. Now, before we get any further into the video, do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and we will be covering the Giants and the Lions throughout the entirety of training camp. Preseason, we're going to be live streaming some games. If you want to watch the Giants and Lions game with me, make sure you guys go follow my Twitch. The link will be in the description. We're going to be breaking down some film in live time, as well as just chilling, vibing for the game. So come through. Link will be in the description, or you can find it at Matty Dubs with 3 S's. Also, we're going to be breaking down a ton of film on this channel as well. So make sure you guys join the family. But with that being said, let's get back into the video. Nick McLeod had a near pick, should have been a pick if we're being honest. Hendon Hooker had one, I think, tipped at the line of scrimmage. Or could have been either fumbled as well. I don't really know what it was, but you know, did have one of those. We had a false start by the offense. Detroit Lions making a little bit of mistakes here and there. But then we had a catch out the backfield by Jahmyr Gibbs, getting up the left side and probably getting 15 to 20, maybe 25 yards out of it as well. So that was huge to see. Javarius Owens came up with another big-time play defensively. Almost had an interception, but again, wasn't able to. Sante dropped another punt return, kind of muffed it. That was not great to see. We had a bootleg to Malik Neighbors that went for about 5 to 7 yards. A big block by Andrew Thomas on the rookie Terrion Arnold. We had a run by Singletary. What else? What else was huge? Another Jameson Williams touchdown for the Detroit Lions. He was heavily involved in their offense, and I do expect him to really take a jump up this season. Definitely excited to see what J-Mo can do with another year of experience and acclimation with this Detroit Lions offense. So another fight between Andrew Phillips and Khalif Raymond. I feel like Andrew Phillips has been, you know, everywhere when it comes to these fights. So that's maybe a good thing to see, maybe not a good thing to see. We also saw Daniel Jones get into it with one of the defenders for the Lions. He immediately stepped up for his teammate and definitely, you know, made some noise there. They immediately tried to get him outside the scuffle because they do not want him getting hurt, because after him, not too much behind him. The offensive line for the Giants surprisingly looked really good for the, you know, majority of the practice. So that was, you know, something to take note of. Tyrone Tracy was getting a ton of first-team reps. Another thing you have to take note of, because, you know, a lot of people said Eric Gray. A lot of people said, you know, potentially, you know, you have Devin Singletary, Eric Gray. There's one more. Why can I not think of his name right now? Hold on. Let me think of it really quickly as you guys watch some highlights. There's one more name that, Dante Miller. That's who it is. Dante Miller. Turbo Miller. He's been really, really good throughout camp so far. Very quick, very elusive in and out of his cuts. Definitely excited to see what he can do during preseason football. But overall, today was a really good practice for the Giants and Lions. I thought both teams looked really good. Last season looked like the Lions were dominating. Today, I feel like the Giants came out here and made some really good plays. Isaiah Simmons had a nice little PBU versus Amon-Ra St. Brown in red zone drills. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it, man. I'm going to let you guys watch a little bit more of the highlights here. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next Giants update. Peace.